What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Melee all day. Coming at you with another video, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. You know, we bringing that real, man, over here at Melee all day, man. For Deshaun Watson, it just got bigger than football. His integrity, his reputation, everything he's worked for in his life is now on the line. From what I understand, it's looking like he's been being accused of sexual assault. Now, is this a money grab? Is this women just going for the bag because no one filed criminal charges? You know, in the court of law, reasonable doubt, beyond the shadow of doubt, beyond a reasonable doubt, you know, to convict. But in a civil case, it doesn't have to be that. In a jury trial, it doesn't have to be unanimous. And these women are going for money. So it makes me wonder, do we need to revisit the laws? Do we need to look at the laws in cases like this where no one files criminal charges, but they file civil suit? Maybe we need to make a law that you can't get a civil suit unless the alleged perpetrator of the crime is convicted in a criminal court. Because if someone rapes you, you don't want to see him go to jail. And not only do you not want to see him go to jail, you want to leave him out here in the streets to victimize other people. 9 women came forward. If the first woman was so traumatized and so upset and hurt and a victim, why did she be quiet and caused 8 other women to go through that same trauma? You know, when I look at it, I don't want to be the guy that says, oh, it's a money grab. That's what they did to Bill Cosby. You know, I'm not going to do all that, man. If someone makes an allegation, you know, it's the system and the court of public opinion. It's your job to hear the facts. Hear the facts of the case. And then make your decision or give your opinion. I mean, what's an ill-formed opinion? If you don't have the facts and you don't know anything about it, you're just saying what you think. Now, if we're going to talk about what we think, then who in their right mind is going to think Deshaun Watson's guilty of this? Everything we've seen from this young man has been exemplary. His character, his intelligence, his charisma, his care for people. He's donated money. He's come to the aid of other people. He's been an all-around respectable, honorable young man. Someone to make his family proud. We've never heard Deshaun Watson's name associated with anything controversial, let alone criminal. But then, you know, you also can't say that, well, because of that, he didn't do it. There's been a lot of people that have committed crimes and, you know, you didn't see it coming. That's why they call con man a con man. because he gains your confidence and your trust. And then he rips you off. You know, there's all different kind of people out here, man. And so you got to ask, why did not one of these women file a criminal complaint against him? You know, on the lighter side, I don't think they would do that, you know, but I was like, damn, man, the Texans want to keep him that bad that they'll smear his name? But I know they didn't do that. That's ridiculous. But if he didn't do it, it's a damn shame. It needs to be something done if people make false allegations. People up in New York know about Tawana Brawley and what she did, what Al Sharp did in that case. Said she was raped and she wasn't, thrown on the side of the highway and nigger written on her body and all that. It was all a lie. You would think, who would lie about something like that? Someone trying to get money. You know, if people will rob banks and sell drugs and risk their freedom, why wouldn't they just tell a lie? All they got to say is, he did this, he did that. But the one thing that makes me say, I don't know, he might have could have did it, is the fact that all the women have the same thing in common. They're all masseuse. Now, when you play sports, you have soft tissue muscle injuries. You need to be massaged to work the kinks out, to loosen the muscles up. They all pro athletes get them deep tissue massages. Hamstring, their buttocks, their glutes, their back, you know, their calves, their feet. They get those massages. But somebody like Deshaun or Odell Beckham or people that use their body for a living as athletes do, like a LeBron James, they go out here and they get the best, top notch, great off recommendations. Yes, she's great or he's great. He does the job. He's not going to be bouncing around from massage therapist to massage therapist. You know, like he's at a back alley Asian masseuse parlor where you get happy ending. Come on, Deshaun Wu. All the women are masseuse. So you do know them. You got massages from them. So do they all know each other? It's very funny that all the women accusing him, they give massages. Now, a serial anything, that's what they do. They have a serial rapist, a serial killer. They have a method and a mode of operation. So did you start getting massages and get turned on? So now you already got your clothes off. You're getting rubbed down. You're a famous celebrity. You're spoiled by the trappings of fame. In your mind, did he think he was just kicking game? Got a little, you know, out of pocket, but maybe he didn't think so. Because it's one thing for one woman to lie, like Bill Cosby. In my heart, I believe Bill Cosby's guilty. Ain't no woman ever said that about me, because I never done nothing like that. Now, you might run across your crazy, deranged woman that's obsessed with you or is trying to get money out you or made a sexual advance that you spurned and she does all that. But 29 women with Bill Cosby? You found 9 nuts to say Deshaun Watson did this. It's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him at all. Because one thing about the NFL, they are very, very, very protective of their image. The shield, as they call it. And I don't care how good you are. The NFL will cover something up. They'll sweep things under the rug. They'll try to make it go away. They'll maybe suspend you and, the comeback story and all that. This is a country of second chances. Everyone makes mistakes. But once it hits the public and the NFL can't hide it and cover it up, then they go all the way to the extreme. Punish the shit out you and try to look like it's not all about money and they're out here to protect women and all that. The NFL got rid of Ray Rice. But the NFL never did nothing for Ray Rice's wife. So how much did they really care about her? Her husband lost his whole livelihood. Did they hook her up with a job somewhere? Did they, make her a spokeswoman and help a campaign or anything? Maybe Ray Rice's wife didn't want to do that. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure. She didn't do that. NFL didn't get that going on. So it makes me wonder, man. I'm not saying he's guilty, he did it, but third eye open, I'm not just going to say this is a money grab. I mean, it is a money grab. It is a money grab because they filed civil suits. But if he's guilty of it, he should pay. He should compensate them for the crime he committed against them. But if he did it and they're willing to go to court and say he did it for money, they should be forced to go into the criminal court and press charges. Or the state should be able to pick them charges up and say, we have an official court transcript of their testimony. We don't even need them. Their testimony's already on the record. I can't see 9 women who don't know each other, who all happen to be masseuse, making this up. How can they concoct a story? Okay, women are coming out after they hear, well, he is at my spot. I'm going to say he did it to me. I'm going to say he did it to me. What Deshaun needs to do is find some women whose masseuse parlor he went to that aren't saying this about him and give him a character reference. If, in fact, he went to other places and didn't do anything. But what makes me look funny, and I'm going to wrap it with this, is we all know celebrities, when they hire a chef, that's their personal chef. When they hire a barber, that's their barber. Unless they can't get to him and they got an event, a show, something to do, and then they got to get a haircut by somebody else. But they always go to the same barber. And if not one, only 2. Maybe a 3rd, but 9 different masseuses? Why so many? Why is this man going to so many different women for massages? As if after he committed that act and he felt he got away with it, he would never go back to him. Now, there was one woman that said it happened on multiple occasions. I'm willing to say she's probably the first one. She probably was the first victim, if it's true. Deshaun Watson got a lot of explaining to do. He can't just be quiet. He has to answer to these charges. Now, how do you prove that you didn't do something? It's hard to prove you didn't do something. Because if you did it, you just can lie and hide. But how do you prove you didn't do it? Does he know all these women? And his public image is that of such a nice, good young man. That's another thing with the Bill Cosby thing. If you're going to lie on someone, you go and say, Antonio Brown did this. Someone that's known to have character issues, someone that's known to be in trouble, and some other things have already come out. So if women decide they're going to lie on someone, you don't lie on America's dad. You don't lie on Bill Cosby, because no one's going to believe it. It's America's dad. Now, if you said Richard Pryor, everyone would say, God damn, Richard finally got caught. Yep, that nasty motherfucker. Richard's an ignorant, get high type motherfucker. He probably was out his mind, was getting high and took something. Deshaun Watson is known to have a great moral character. So I don't see women picking him to lie on. We can think of a lot of other people in the NFL with shady reputations where someone that wants to lie can pick them out of a crowd if this is just ridiculous. As he says, this is ridiculous. He has proof. But you went to 9 different massage parlors. No, rich people don't do that. They go to the best, and if they can't go there, they go to the next best, who they're comfortable with, and offer them a lot of more money than the average Joe to be at his beck and call. Why do you want a bunch of strangers rubbing on your body? If I'm in the massages, I'm going to go to my masseuse. I'm not going to be going to 10, 20 different people. Oh, massage parlor, let me go in there and check them out. You're not going to do that. You know? Rich person don't hire 9 chefs. And a massage is more intimate than a meal. I don't know, Deshaun Watson. This shit look real shady. What's up, Nate? Nate the Great, man. Okay, I see you in there, Nate. Hold on, buddy. You see what Nate had to say. He didn't do anything. The NFL got it out for him since he wants out of Houston. You know what, Nate? I thought that. I said, damn, the Texans is behind that. But this is where it made me say no to that. Or nah, probably not. If they get jammed up doing that, if it comes out one of them girls, Deshaun really didn't do this, and they question them girls and threaten them with jail and lawsuits and taking their kids and losing their kids and making false police reports and all that type of shit, perjury in a court of law, and they fold and say, man, the Texans put us up to it. The NFL did that, man, because they want him to stay in Houston. Man, he could have $1 billion lawsuit. So I don't see them doing that for that reason. What's up, Nate?
What's good, man? Salute.
Salute, bro.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to look at this whole situation. And I did find it weird because the minute he said he was adamant about getting traded, even if he had to sit down for the whole season, all of a sudden these people come out. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, The brother spoke his mind. He stated what he wanted. My thing is, if you feel like you gonna try to railroad him, man, listen, just give the man what he wants. Obviously, he don't want to be there. You don't got the right pieces for him, and then you did a lot of shady, grimy shit to the point where
Nobody else.
he don't trust you. He
Oh,
don't trust
okay. But Nate, there is another way to look at that. There is another side to that coin. Okay, the team's not putting good pieces around them. The team is they're doing dumb shit in management, trading away all the weapons and the great players, and he wants out because he wants to win. I get that. But maybe he did just sign $138 million contract last
you.
year. He's set to get paid. Now, hold on, Nate.
No, that's you. My fault. I'm
Okay.
talking about the my
Maybe,
fault.
maybe in fact, he knew that this shit was coming out before it went public. And maybe this is why he wanted to get out of Houston. Never know.
Yeah, but I usually go with my gut instinct, and the majority of the time I'm right. This one just don't sit right because, like I said, you made it clear. You made it clear. I'm not trying to be here. And my thing is, you got some teams that even when you're adamant about leaving, they ain't trying to let you go, especially if they feel, oh nah. So my thing is, if you feel some sort of way, then how about if you're gonna trade them with a team or two, and everybody get what the hell they want. It's almost to a degree like you can't hold somebody there neither. And like I said, it can be two sides to it.
I mean, he signed
But
the contract. You know what I mean? He signed the contract. So by rights, he could be as miserable as he wants. If they don't want to trade him, they're not going to. They have
yeah,
they have ownership of him, of his football career. They have ownership. He can retire and not play and not get paid, but they have the rights to him. If he's going to play professional football anywhere, he has to play in Houston. And this is another thing, Nate. Like, he has an impeccable reputation. If you never sexually assaulted a woman, and then there will be no evidence. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't do it, there will be no evidence. It's impossible. It's impossible for there to be evidence of a rape. Now, I'm talking about evidence, not no hearsay, a made up story, real concrete evidence, a rape kit, DNA, text messages of him apologizing and saying, my career, I'm sorry, you want money, whatever you want. So you got to think, Nate, for them to just try and say he did this and there's absolutely not one scintilla of truth to it, would be a fool's errand. It would be a fool's errand. That's why I think Bill Cosby's guilty. Because if you're going to go after somebody for the bag and say you were raped when you weren't, you're going to pick somebody with a blemished character. You're not going to pick Bill Cosby, America's dad. Kids hanging all over him, Jello pudding pops and all that shit, and Bill Huxtable. You're not going to pick Bill Cosby to lie on. And there are crazy women out here that'll do that, man.
oh,
But
I know that.
it's hard to get 9 women to come out on a lie. Because all it's going to take is the break. If they're all liars, one of them's going to break. You can't get 30 people in a room to say something happened that didn't happen, and you know it didn't happen, and you start pressing them. One of them people's going to break and say, it was a lie. I lied. I can't take it. The pressure. Someone's going to break. But if it's true, they won't fold. They won't recant their story. And it's just funny. What really sticks out in my mind, Nate. I'm not trying to focus on the reputations because they always do that. What's the money grab? They're going for the bag. The bitches is lying. People saying that, and they don't even know what the women look like or their names. Now, I'm
Exactly.
not saying that he didn't do it, and I'm not saying that they are not lying and they're telling the truth. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, as a rich professional athlete, that you make millions of dollars on the wellness and well being of your body, you will only trust your body to the best of the best. And for him to be jumping around to a bunch of masseuse, that's not normally what athletes do. They give, athlete, man, they got their personal chef, they got a personal tailor, they got a personal barber, personal masseuse, personal maid. They don't have 9 maids running in and out the house. Why is he going to 9 different women for massages? Now, did he go to one and got some top and then she was uncomfortable and it wasn't a smooth exchange? So then he didn't go to her. And then his dick got hard with the next one and he knew how he ran game on the last one. So he ran it on this one and then he dipped on her. And they're all saying, I felt uncomfortable. He was trying to persuade me. He was talking greasy to me. Like none of them said he beat her up or he physically assaulted her and raped them. They're just saying, like he was very coercive and was threatening and talking crazy to him. You know what I mean? Like shit, that's hard to prove. Now, what I will say in Deshaun's defense is that all the women are represented by one lawyer. So is this lawyer the mastermind? Did this lawyer maybe somehow, some way have a business deal with Deshaun and it fell apart and he's mad? Or did Deshaun fuck his daughter or his mistress or his wife? Or, is there some type of connection? Is there some type of way? Because how it's very suspicious that all 9 women went to the same lawyer. Now, the first woman came out, and then they heard, okay, yeah, I'm going to call her attorney because let's see what's going on because he did that to me. I need to speak to them. Now, is that the reason why they all called that attorney? Maybe, I don't know. But, in defense of Deshaun Watson, because he's not guilty, he hasn't been convicted of anything, he has the right to
Exactly.
defend himself.
He hasn't even been arrested, so therefore is
Right. There's no criminal charges. He hasn't even spoken to police.
but there's a civil, but they got a civil suit. Like I said, they don't got a criminal, but they got a civil suit. I'm like, so you're not going to press charges, but you want the bag.
Yeah.
But this is why I said, Melee, sometimes it be like that. Even you could be the most wholesomest person and still get your name slandered, man. That's just how shit work in this world, man. You could be, you know, but the main thing, like I said, you don't diminish your character. And like I said, I don't know because there's always 3 sides to the story. Is there's his version, it's their version, and then there's the actual damn truth. So until we know the actual damn truth, I'm just going on because I just said it for my opinion. It just seemed weird that you already said you didn't want to be here. You made it clear, and then with all the shit that you was doing, you're not making me happy here, regardless to what I just signed. Look at the prime example. Look at the year when Kobe was getting ready to try to get traded. He didn't care. Like he just was like, nah, I don't give a damn what money you throwing at me, none of that. If I don't got what I want, I'm leaving. Even though he didn't go nowhere still, but it was just the principle. Like when some people get tired of certain shit, they will try to leave. But you got them devils that'll try to persuade you otherwise. And if you still not playing ball with them, okay, we're gonna give you one out of 2 things. We either gonna give you what you want, but you ain't gonna get what you think you're gonna get, or we're gonna tarnish your name. So
See, me personally, You might be onto something, but me personally, I'm not leaning towards the NFL or the Texans being behind this. And that reason is this: there are thousands of contract negotiations. There's always a disgruntled player. There's always someone that wants out, or you're not making the right moves and is not happy with the direction of the team. The teams don't turn around and then, you know, start creating criminal cases and allegations against the players. You know what I mean? Most of the time, the team in the NFL tries to sweep that shit under the rug. You know, like with the Kobe Bryant incident in Colorado when that girl said he raped her.
Yeah, we all knew that wasn't rape. We all knew that
Right.
wasn't. That
So,
was
and that was just one girl. See, that's the thing, man. You gotta the numbers. It's the numbers, man. One person can lie. 2, 3 people can lie. But to get 9 women to say he did that, and see, that's why I always thought, me personally, right or wrong, I don't know. I always thought Michael Jackson was innocent because Michael Jackson was around thousands of kids, and only,
exactly.
and only 2 are going to say he assaulted them. It's like men. Once a young man has sex, there's no turning back. He's not going to stop having sex after he has sex. He's going to have sex as many times as he possibly can. So when a man rapes a woman and he have a sickness and he's a rapist, he
Yeah,
doesn't stop at one. By the time he gets caught, like a serial killer, serial rapist, serial thief, by the time they get caught, they've done it a bunch of times, and they have a string of victims.
yeah. And it's
If
more than just a specific little spoonful because even when you take it to the old past crimes of them psychos and shit, they
I
done
got
had more than 20 to 30 kills on their count.
right,
So, but like I said, you know, if it's about money, you could get damn near anybody to fucking agree to something. But it depends on how greedy that person is too. Because, you know, like I said, it 1, 2 people, all right. But then now you saying you got 9. But then when you get stuff like that, it is a thing too. It's called taking that lie detector test too, because that's how you will determine if somebody is lying or telling the truth. I feel like when it comes to situations like that, especially if you got to make sure that it's credible, everybody should be taking that lie detector. Sorry. But I also just said this too. When you're a rich athlete of any minority, I can't just say us because he could have been Puerto Rican and been going through this shit right now. You know, it's just
the
it's
thing,
always something. It's always something to drag one of us down, especially when we at the top of the hill.
the thing,
Anything to put it.
the thing about the lie detector, yeah, they do it. You know, like okay, they give lie detector tests, and the reason they do that is like, okay, man, like we we not sure. You know, some of the evidence looks like yes, but then some of the evidence looks like no. And then so they ask you, will you submit to a lie detector test to help them maybe formulate their opinion of, well, let's see what the lie detector reads. But this is the thing about lie detectors. My dad's a cop, you know, we spoke on that. Lie detectors aren't admissible in court because it's not a science. It's not an exact science. Someone could
Yeah,
be nervous or they just react to questions a certain way. So what they do is they'll come in there and they'll say, is your name Nate the Great? And you'll answer. They'll ask you questions that they know are true. And the reason they do that is to build the baseline, to get like a chart, so to speak. And then they start
yeah,
asking you questions they don't know the answer to. Now, when you answer those one questions truthfully, maybe the chart didn't move, the needle didn't move. And then when they start asking you questions about crimes, the needle doesn't move. But then they ask you, did you kill him? And then it moves because, okay, you asked me my name. I'm not nervous. Like my life isn't hinging on my name. We all know my name. So the needle didn't move. But when you ask me, did I kill someone? Well, shit, my life's dependent on it. My heart starts beating, man. What if they think I'm lying? Fuck, this could ruin me. And I blow it. Or I could have killed you and I'm lying. So that's why they can't even use the lie detector test in for if you ever get involved in a situation, the best thing for you to tell the authorities is this, what I've been advised. A lie detector test cannot exonerate me. It can't convict me, but it can make me look bad. And even though I'm telling the truth, so I'm not going to take it. It's like they say, okay, will you take a lie detector test? No, I ain't taking one. Oh yeah, you're guilty. Or yeah, I'll take one. Oh, he's trying to fool us. Like it doesn't. It's like when you go to the police station and you're being questioned about something and you didn't do it. So you answer the questions. The best thing you can do, whether you're guilty or innocent, is answer no questions and ask for an attorney. Even if that means you got to spend a night in jail because you can't talk your way out of it. You know what I mean? Like if they're there and they're questioning you, you are a suspect. If you're a witness, that's a different thing. But if they're questioning you as a suspect, don't say anything. Don't agree to lie detector. Don't do any of that because it's not going to help you. But I don't know, Nate, man. This shit gets us. This is some interesting shit, man. This is a lot of intrigue, man. This could be the fucking conspiracy of the year, man. They really could be framing this dude, man. Like they really could be framing him.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, when it comes to certain people of stature, certain people, especially if they get in that bag, I always looked at it, even in all genres of that being famous field. You don't play ball with these people, guess what? You could take the DMX route and have your career being dragged for no reason. And a lot of people, this is what it is in that field. They don't like strong-willed people, strong-minded people. They want you to just forsake all your morals and values just for a bag.
Well,
It's almost like you
you
see
say
some of these
you say the
you see how
DMX.
some of these NFL players, man.
Nate, when you say the DMX thing, what do you mean like by that? Like DMX was a shady character, wasn't he?
To a degree, but you got to respect his thing because he did say something that did stick with people. I'm not an industry nigga. I'm a nigga in the industry. See, I can respect that because he wasn't with the like the board meetings and stuff like that. Because some people are just not, for that. Man, listen, this is what I got representatives and stuff for. If I'm doing you a service, most you could do is make sure my stuff get put out and that's it. Yeah, granted, my drug use and all this other shit probably played a little role in it, but at the end of the day, you couldn't control me. It's like you wanted me to do certain things, and I'm not gonna do it. That's just like what we was talking about before. Should I have to put on a damn dress just to get a bag? Should I have to do some off the wall homo shit or whatever just to get a bag?
Hey, now
Nah.
the off the wall homo shit, like, you know, to me personally, acting's acting. So when a man kisses a woman and that man is married and his wife isn't happy about the scene in the movie, I feel like that's the same thing. But me personally, I'm not kissing no man. If I got to kiss a man, I'm not going to be in the movie. I don't care. I don't care how much money you offer me, man.
Look,
It'll gross
exactly.
me out. It'll gross me out. I'm not doing that, man. I just couldn't I couldn't go against who I am as a human being for money, as far as doing a gay act to play a role in the movie. Now, some people look at it as art and it's acting, it's not real, like but
Nah,
I can't play gay. I couldn't do that for no amount of money in the world. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. That right there, that's a ooh, that's a deep, that's another video right there, Nate. Woo.
nah, man, because you know what it is. Like some people don't like see me. I think outside the box, and I just not just use my common sense, but I also just try to put two and two together. And I said it's amazing how they always want us overall sometimes to do the utmost. Like, yeah, we know most of the white folks, not to be funny style, they'll do shit like that because they, like you just said, oh, it's an art. Oh, it's just a role and it's nothing about it. It's not gonna make me no. If I gotta put on a dress, do some off the wall homo shit, if I nah, not doing it. Like just
Well,
like with the
I, I would
some of the
say
shit in the NBA, like the situation with Shaq in the dress. Yeah, I'm not supposed to see no big ass black man like that, no damn dress for Halloween. Come on, man. Like,
well, like that. I think it's now they've made such a fuss about it. As far as you always want to put a black man in a dress, so they've made it to where like it's a thing where now it's like, okay, are they really trying to demean us? But what about the white comedians that put the dress on? They've all
oh
done
no,
it too. You know what I mean? So me personally, I put the dress on because there's no man touching me. I do all that for the bag. Hell yeah, because I mean, I ain't Clint Eastwood ain't no murderer, but he run around shooting people in the movies. I put the dress on for the money. Hell yeah, because I've sold drugs for money and risked my freedom. Why wouldn't I put on a dress? To me, that's a little bit like, if you are a man and you're not gay, and somebody's going to give you a whole bunch of money just to put a dress on, and that's all you got to do is put the dress on and come out and let people see you. Hell yeah, I'm doing it. Truth or dare, put truth or dare. Okay, for $10,000, I dare you to put this dress on and lipstick and a wig and walk through Walmart. Man, get my motherfucking money ready, man. Cause that ain't shit, man. That ain't shit, man. And that's why everybody does it. And I don't know if it's to demean black men. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the white comedians put the dress on. Tom Hanks was when he had that TV show Bosom Buddies. Him
yeah, I
and
know.
the
I
dude
remember that.
dress on. You know what I mean? So they did it. What type of racial undertones did that have when the white guy did it? I think, me personally, I just think they think it's funny because they know it's a man and he has a dress on and they're laughing at gay men that do that because that's odd. That's it's odd and they think it's funny. Gay people or transgender people should be the ones who are outraged by putting men in dress because you're laughing at gay people in transgender men that dress up like women. You're laughing at them because when they put the dress on, everybody busts out laughing. So them is the ones should be mad. I don't know, but to each his own, because some people can kiss another man and act gay for the bag and be like, man, you crazy motherfucker. Hell yeah. I put that dress on, I kiss that motherfucker, I get more pussy than you, and I ain't gay. But for all that money, I did that 2 years ago and I'm still spending that money. So you missed out. But to me, I couldn't do it. So I feel you on the dress part, to each his own. I was
Nah,
that.
yeah, because it's not even just the whole dress thing and the homo shit. It's just I don't know, it gets deeper, but it's just, when you can't fully put everything together, it's just be like, all right, look, man, like you could decipher certain things, then there's other things you be like, man, listen, this is just full fledged. Like it's just, some people just have a specific moral standpoint. Like
Right.
me,
Now,
I
like
just have that
Shaq,
standpoint.
when you brought up Shaq, I would look at it like this. That's why you don't see like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy ain't putting on no dress. Martin did Big Mama's house, but I mean Big Mama, but that's why they always get them before they get too large because once they already got the bag, motherfuckers ain't doing that. You know what I mean? They get them when they're young and they're broke, or they're just starting out and they're trying to create a name and they don't want to turn down roles or piss somebody off. They'll do it. But the legends, you can't you know what I mean, get Eddie Murphy put no drag. Well, I don't know, maybe he would, but you can't.
Actually, Eddie Murphy did play the drag role in that Norbit movie. Remember?
Yeah,
That's fusion.
he did.
So that's kind of borderline right there,
Yeah,
man.
he played the mom and shit in Nutty Professor. So yeah, but I bet you couldn't get Jamie Foxx to do Wanda again.
He almost did it when they did that little commercial with him and Martin. It was supposed to be him and Shanae or whatever. I'm like, why they did this for, man? Like I said, it's just, and you got some people that, like, prime example, the young boy that was with Martin and Big Mamas. He said that was the worst thing he could have did was put the dress on.
Hey, you know who else? You know who else suffered? When he put the dress on. Yeah. He was supposed to, this dude was supposed to have like a one-time role in this TV show. He was supposed to be somebody's date. And when he knocked on the door and said, "Hello, Carl," Urkel saved the show. Yeah. So one episode, he played Myrtle Urkel.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then when
Jaleel White.
And Jaleel White, yep. And when he went to school, his dad said that after they filmed that taping, he was in the dressing room crying. He was snapping out. And he didn't want to do it. He hated it. And he said he would never do it again. When he went to school, he got teased and all that. Or he thought he was going to get teased. So they said, okay, he didn't have to do it no more. And then they said the ratings were dipping. The show was suffering. And they knew that the highest rated show was the Myrtle Urkel one, when Jaleel put the dress on. And so he came to the writers and said, let's do Myrtle again. And they were like, really? Like, they told him, okay, you don't have to do it. And he was like, no, I'm cool with it. I'm a man. I'm good. I'm trying to get money. Stay woke, Mark. He's like, I'm cool with it. So he did it, but they might have had got to him by then, who knows, with them booty bandits in that dress.
And hence why I said, it's just, it goes with everything in all fields of that life. Like, you could be on top of the world, and the minute you decide not to play ball with these people, even if it's just a specific, okay, you're not going to do this. All right, we got something for you. And that's when it starts. And that's why I was saying with the Deshaun situation, like, I'm not trying to, like I said, until the full truth comes out, I'm going by my own standpoint and my own moral compass. Like, why wouldn't this brother just say you want to leave? Now y'all niggas want to, y'all was playing hardball, not getting rid of him, but now because of these situations, now all of a sudden you want to trade him. So that's why I said, and if it was really that crucial, the NFL, the way they've been in everybody else's business when it comes to assault and stuff like that, they would have been in this shit faithfully, or they would have told him, well, you know what, until we can figure out what's what, even though it is the off season, until we can figure out what's what, man, listen, this is what it's going to be.
And I give you credit, man, because, the way it's set up, our system that we have, it's called innocent until proven guilty. And people, depending upon the color of your skin, that ain't normally how it goes. So, like, people will come out and say, oh, man, he did that. Yeah, that's something he do. That nigga did that. By the law, we should all be saying, man, he ain't did that, man. Them women is lying, man, and they have to prove it because it's innocent until proven guilty, because the ramifications and the punishments and all that shit is severe, man. And we just can't jump to a guilty verdict without the motherfucking facts, man. Straight up.
Yeah, man. That's why I said it's just, it don't necessarily gotta be like it. However they do it over there, It don't necessarily gotta be, oh, you ain't gonna do this homo shit. I right, watch this. It could be anything that they asking you. But if you got a strong moral compass and you telling them no and you are adamant about that shit to the point where they even get mad, like I still thought back about with the Chappelle situation when
Uh-huh.
he kept in that movie when he kept telling them like he was like it's amazing how I kept telling them no and within 10 minutes they had a whole nother line and script written for me. Yeah, because some people are not gonna do that, man. Like even before they get the bag, get the bag. If you got a moral compass, you know what you say, you know where your foot stands at. You're not gonna budge for nobody.
Right. I mean, you definitely not going, you shouldn't go against your core beliefs. But like I said, just examining the small little details that have come out already.
Yeah,
Really, I'm just trying to be objective. I'm not trying to just have an opinion based on I think Deshaun's a good dude, man. Because I do
yeah,
think what he's shown to be a fine young man,
yeah,
respectable, honorable, community leader, active in his community, gives back. He does things. He helps single mothers. Been a great guy.
yeah,
But just to watch and see how celebrities move with money, they get their personal chef, they get their limo driver, they get their barber, they get their butler, they get their housekeeper, they get their nanny. They find the people that they like, and they got so much money that they pay them more than anybody else, and they come first. They come first. Why did he go to 9 different masseuses, man? Why? Now you could say, oh, because he wanted to. Or he didn't want to have a relationship where he had a special masseuse. Maybe he's different, and that very well could be the case. But I just say, man, when you make millions of dollars and your body has to be a fine-tuned machine, if you find something you like and does you good, you're going to continue to go there. You don't see LeBron James going to LA Fitness one night and then Planet Fitness the other night, and then the YMCA the other night. LeBron trains at the same place every time he trains, unless he's out of town or out the country or the place is closed or it's maybe late at night. He wants to go hoop, so he got to go somewhere else. There are extenuating circumstances that would make you travel outside of your normal routine. But
yeah.
just that's one of my sticking points to say, man, there might be something to this. There might be. Deshaun in trouble though, man. Because I'm wondering, happy ending massage. Maybe he heard about that and got a happy ending somewhere. And so he thought that went on in all massage parlors. You know what they say about the Japanese massage parlors? I think, would you like happy ending?
Yeah.
Not racist. That's just how they talk,
Yeah.
Let's not be
Nah,
so uptight in the world, Culturally, people do things, and it's okay to laugh at that because shit's funny. When you go to Chinese restaurant, the lady will, they serve Pepsi products. They can say pep, they can say the first P, but why they can't say the second P? Pepsi. Will you like a Pepsi? A
hmm.
Pepsi? What the fuck is a Pepsi? So I don't know, man. It's okay to laugh at people's culture.
Well, shoot,
It's not mean
they
spirited.
laughed at our culture, but our culture was the originators of half of the shit. So everybody got to take something once in a blue. Like
Yeah,
I just told somebody.
us as white people. See, the thing with that, man, like white people would make fun of us about things we did culturally or that we liked because they were just sticking the needle to us. They were always saying we were less than and inferior, and when they made fun of us, they always over exaggerated it. Like when they make fun of our lips, or
Yeah,
they do whiteface, or when they show the back in the day used to be the cartoons and they had a black man eating the watermelon and he'd be like,
yeah, you been
and
stereotyped on everything.
spit the seeds out like a goddamn machine gun, and then
Yeah,
it'd be like them niggas, that's what they do. So, we do have a right to be sensitive about some things, but I think in some cases we might be a little too sensitive. It's okay to laugh at yourself as long as it's not mean spirited. You know what I mean? You just cracking a joke. Oh, that's just funny, man.
Nah, I know, and
We
I
fuck chicken,
grant that.
but white people fuck chicken up too. Can't just make it a black thing, eating chicken. Like I remember I heard a black joke one time, man. They said, how do black people teach their kids how to walk? The motherfucker said, how? They get chickens and put them in the backyard. You know, chicken walk like that. This nigga pimping, you know what I mean? I thought the shit was funny, you know what I mean? Like, so, but I don't know.
Nah, I mean, don't get me wrong. See, that's the thing. Just like you said, we can take it as long as it's not mean spirited. But when you got certain people that you got to decipher if they really joking or if they really being serious, that's when it becomes something. Because sometimes, prime example, me and you could be going back and forth joking, but I might say something you probably might take to heart. Now, if I see that you took it to heart and you just stop the laughter or you just look like you on one, you ready to fight.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, hold up. I thought we was just back and forth. Now, if you tell me something in particular and I didn't know that shit, or if it just was, I might have forgot about it. All right, my bad. We ain't gotta come to no real arguments about nothing. But see, these other ones, they think, oh, because we joke a certain way that they can joke with us a certain way. That's where they get it fucked up. So I be trying to tell them, like, there's certain things you can't say or do. And it's just it's because it's in our code, it's in our nature. Like, nah, you trying your hardest to be us anyway. So,
right. So I'm gonna say, before we wrap it up, man. For those that may be just tuning in or who catch this replay and fast forward, what just in your opinion, how do you feel about it, Nate? And do you feel that there may be some validity to this, or what's your feelings on Deshaun being accused of being a basically, for what it seems like, a serial sexual assaulter?
My overall opinion is, like I said, there's the truth, there's a lie, and then there's the what's really there. So I'm like at a standstill because from what I've seen overall doing my state, like just doing overall, he seemed like a pretty good character.
Yeah.
But then, it also could be it might be something. But until we can figure out what's really true, the best thing we could possibly do is just sit back and wait to see what unfolds. Because sometimes we right when we make certain decisions and judgments, and then sometimes we're not right.
Right.
So
I
you
agree.
can't go on hearsay, man. You gotta, unless it's really proven. Like I always said, if you ain't got videotape or a real recording or something like that you know for a fact to really get me, I don't want to take. Man, listen, I ain't doing that. I'm not going through all of
Yeah,
that.
I'm willing to say this, man. We all have a resume. We all have a track record. We as we walk through life, we leave our footprints behind of where we've been and what we've done. In the footprints that Deshaun have cast on this planet have been some pretty darn good things, man. Hasn't been known for anything nowhere near like this. And I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, until it's proven to me that he did it, I'm willing to say you got to prove it before I can just say he's guilty. I'm not going to just hang the man out there to dry. He don't deserve that. Now, if he's guilty, he deserves to be punished. He needs to get help. But there also was a case back in the day, and it happened when he was in college, not Deshaun, a white quarterback. It happened when he was in college, and it never came out. And
He swept it under the rug.
didn't come out till he was damn near about to retire. Peyton Manning, one of the greatest in the history of the league. When he was at the University of Tennessee, there was a female student who was she was athletic trainer, and he was getting a massage on his thigh, and he put his nuts on her fucking forehead. And
Wow.
he admitted it, but he said, he went to stand up and it was an accident. And, she was down by there, she was rubbing his inner thigh. He had an injury and, he had all the right things to say, but I ain't never, ever, 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 ever heard of it or had it happen to me. Or do I know of anyone accidentally putting their nuts on someone's forehead? Unless you're
I don't.
in a sport and you collide or something, or we fall. But
Yeah.
how do you accidentally put your nuts on someone's forehead? So, race always plays a part in everything, it seems. It may be
Yeah.
sometimes a real small part, a very minute, microscopic part, and sometimes it's the biggest part. But race always comes down the way the media handles it and in the course of public opinion, just like the riots at the Capitol, man. That girl did get shot and murdered. But if there would have been black people storming that Capitol, it would have been carnage. They'd have called the National Guard in. They'd have killed everybody out there, man. They'd have came in there with a goddamn machine gun, man. A Gatling gun from the Good, Bad, and Ugly and mowed everybody down, man.
It's not just us. It would have been any minority. It could have been the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans,
Right.
the Jamaicans. Anybody that was really ready to do that, they would have tried to clip us down. But when it's them, it's we thought we was doing our patriotic duty, and I laughed at that shit. I'm sorry, I laughed at it because I was like, you
Yeah.
listen to a whole cracker say that shit, and y'all thought that was really.
Yeah. Like it was their moment. They were standing up for the Constitution.
And half of
Moment.
them people probably got a stimulus check. So let's try this again. Like, all right.
Right. Yeah, man. Hey, a stimulus, man. It really behooves me and befuddles me, man, that, okay, the pandemic hit and it was a crisis. And when that crisis came, they miraculously had money to give to everyone and help. The only ones they didn't help were the wealthy,
Yeah.
So why did it take a pandemic for you to put some money in people's pocket? You could have been did that, I have a whole nother theory about poverty and what our country could do to solve it, man. I always say, man, our government needs to go into business and make the American citizens the owner of the business. Whatever those 10 businesses are that they make, nationalize them, make some cars. And so when we go to the store and we have to buy either Brawny paper towels or American paper towels, I'm buying American because I got stake in that company. And every 3 years, they put all the profits together and divide it equally amongst every American. In the country of Kuwait, in the Middle East, they nationalized the oil. And as that little small country sells its oil, every Kuwaiti citizen has the same percentage ownership in that company. However much profits they come in, they divide it up between every citizen that's over 18 and under 62.
Yeah.
And they get a check every year. There's no poverty in Kuwait. We could do that here. Sell cars, air conditioners, refrigerators, toothpaste, toilet paper, paper towels, and windows, and nationalize those products. And as those products are sold across this great country, it benefits us all. There's 330 million Americans, so you're going to have to bring in a lot of money on these products, but we could sell the shit worldwide, just like they do Nikes, just like they do chapstick. You know what I mean? We can get them products to go globally, and it helps all American citizens because the Kuwaiti oil goes around the world. They ain't just selling products to Kuwaitis, but they don't want to get rid of the poor, man. Because if they got rid of the poor, who gonna work at Dollar Tree? Who gonna work at McDonald's? The kids, the youth. Who gonna be the garbage truck driver? Who's gonna do the hard jobs that don't nobody want? Like they say, the Mexicans taking everybody's jobs. No, they not. They taking the jobs that spoiled, bitchified Americans don't want to do because they think there ain't no dignity in that. There ain't no dignity being a landscaper. Man, a hardworking Mexican come over here with a rake and a lawnmower. You see his ass 10 years later, he have a fleet of motherfucking tractors with hitches and trucks and cutting grass at the goddamn masters. You know what I mean? So it's all in what we choose to do as individuals.
Yeah, but you know one thing.
The word, Nate, because I'm getting ready to get up out of here, man. So talk to the people, man. I'm gonna let you close it out, Nate.
Yeah, man. I just want to salute you, man, and salute to everybody who's out here watching. And just, you know, always keep your third eye open when it comes to situations, especially when we talking about situations like Deshaun Watson and stuff like that. Sometimes it's best to keep that third eye open and just get a clear visual, man, because who knows what this situation could be, man. But I would hope that they just try to tarnish his name for whatever reason. But I'd hope it ain't true for neither. So, everybody just stay vigilant, man. Stay woke.
That's what's up. Hey, man. Well, I'm gonna thank you for dropping in, Nate, and kicking with me, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on board. I appreciate your opinion, your point of view, and getting in on with this topic, man. And it's always good to have you come through, man. So now I appreciate you, man.
This appreciation too, man, because I didn't even know you was going live. After earlier you said you was going to knock out. I was like,
I was, and I went to somebody else's live, and then they had so many people they got booted, and I seen urban politicians was talking about this, and I wanted to get on, but I couldn't get on, so I said I'm gonna go do this real quick, man. So yeah, man, appreciate you stopping through, Nate.
yeah, man, we gonna definitely do this on the next live. We could catch back up on that last topic. So, because that's deep, man. It's a lot of deep stuff, bro. There's a lot of deep stuff.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one, man. Stay safe out there, man.
You, Nate. Peace out.
All right.
Hey, man, that's my man right there, man. Nate the Great, man. He works in securities, and he got the night shift, and he always comes through, man. If there ain't nobody up, sometimes we do a live late panel. There ain't many people to catch it or see it, but they catch the replay down the road, And Nate's a smart guy, man. Deshaun Watson, I hope you're innocent of this, buddy. I hope this is a campaign to smear you. And like I said, you've done some good things. You are to be respected. You're a humble young man. You give back to the community. You're a leader in your community. You do good things for the youth, single mothers, and you're a credit to your family. But I'm not just totally dismissing the allegations. I just need proof. But, just looking at it from the surface, when they say if it walks like a duck, flies like a duck, quacks like a duck, it obviously must be a duck. And I'm not saying there's clear-cut evidence of this, of you being guilty of this, Deshaun. But there is clear-cut evidence of you being a man in question, man. So, man, I'm so super tired. But yeah, 9 massage parlors, 9 different women to stick to one lie. It's an awful lot. It's an awful lot. And like I said, told Nate, most wealthy people will hire and stick to what works for them, especially those athletes that make their millions through their body. They have a personal trainer. They have a personal chef, a personal masseuse, a personal maid. You know, they have these people in their lives, man. Why were you jumping around to so many different massage parlors? It's not a crime, but it just doesn't, it just doesn't, it's like that piece ain't going in, man. It turned it every which way and just keep coming up with the same thing. It doesn't fit. You going to a bunch of different masseuses doesn't fit in the playbook of what athletes do when they are involved in maintaining the maintenance of their vehicle. You know what I mean? That's your vehicle, man. That's your ride to the millions, your body. That's your machine. You ain't gonna just let any mechanic work on your car, your baby, your machine. We'll see, man. Deshaun Watson, is he innocent or is he guilty? We will find out soon enough, man. It's Melee all day. I'm signing off and I'm going to bed. Peace out.